Hi guys, I do believe I'm online now. Apologies for the bad camera quality. Just gonna share this link to someone called Tom who's gonna help out with the chat today. So my name is Mohi. Some of you might know me already. I've taught outreach for a while, and for those that are new, not a problem whatsoever. So you might be a bit confused by the screen, but I'm gonna switch to PowerPoint mode soon. So I'm gonna be delivering a PowerPoint to you guys, and that's gonna form the basis of our session. So let's get on with it. But before I do that, I'm just going to send a link to someone. I will be right back. Actually, no, I will not do that. Never mind. Um, okay, so to start today, we're going to be dealing with something called Alice in Wonderland, which is an incredibly popular British book series. So our theme today will revolve around this popular book written by the great British author C.S. Lewis. By the way, guys, please feel free to make notes on a piece of paper or digital device as we go along. If there's anything you're sure about, just write it down in the chat box. I'll do my best to answer any questions. Hopefully Tom can assist you guys too. And yeah, that's about it. Right, so I thought I'd start off with a small piece of the book, so a short extract. So this text here is from Alice in Wonderland. It's chapter 2, and what I basically want you guys to do is start off with a short reading exercise. So you'll see that this is titled The Pool of Tears, and this paragraph here starts in a very strange fashion. So I'll give you a few minutes to read that, and then I'll read it out aloud. Right, sorry about that, guys. I had some error from my um, software saying there was some kind of lag, and now we are lagging again. I'm just going to check if I'm still on. Am I still online? Yeah, this is my first time trying out the software, and it's clearly got a few bugs. I'll just assume I'm still on then. In that case, okay. So continuing on with this. So what is wrong with this paragraph? Well, if you might have noticed, I'm going to point my cursor onto this part here. The words curiouser and curiouser, those are not part of standard English. And I'm going to explain why in the next paragraph or next slide. So, right, so immediately we're going to be looking at this suffix here, or er, some of you may have seen it before. So in standard English, curiouser is not a properly formed word. I mean, it sounds okayish, a bit strange, but not terrible. But it is not acceptable in the English language. So in formal documents, when you're applying for a job or going to a doctor's appointment, we will not use that word in most cases. What we would say instead is more curious if we wanted to emphasize the adjective curious. which brings me on to my next point. So curious is an adjective, as many of you guys might already know. What it means is a bit more difficult to comprehend, but it's basically interested in learning about people or things around you, according to the Cambridge Dictionary. So, if we're going to use it in a sentence, you can see it says, babies are curious about everything around them. But in the context of the story, this is a picture of Alice here. As you guys can see, she's looking behind the curtain because she is curious to see what's behind. She's interested, right? So, that's what curious means. Usually the suffix er, so again, look at the cursor, guys. Er attaches to shorter words. So, um, and more is often attached to longer words. So when we have a word like curious, let's say it's slightly longer, we would say more curious. For example, though, if we had a short word like fight, we can put the er at the end, fight. Now, is often attached to verbs. Fight is a verb, and er can go at the end of it, fighter. Now, that's not always the case, but it happens very, very often. Okay, so I've got a short video clip here, essentially an audio clip of the book. So Alice is going to be singing, and I want you to watch out or listen out, listen for any strange words that aren't part of the standard English lexicon.
He's left his fan and gloves behind. Everything is queer today. And only yesterday things went on as usual. But today is turning into the most curious adventure I have ever had. Curiouser and curiouser, I find I grow curiouser, but each time I ask a question, why, there's no reply. Some days are gloriouser and gloriouser, they can't be more gloriouser, but soon as those days begin to die, I'm back to why. Curiouser and curiouser, what does it mean? Where am I going? Where have I been? Curiouser and curiouser, the world makes me curiouser. I've so many dreams that come and go. Why is it so? Does no one know?
Well done, Alice. That was beautiful. Okay, so as you know, she said curiouser a lot of the time, but she also said another word that was not, let's say, normal. So she also said gloriouser, which, if we go back to the slide of our suffix rule attaching to shorter words for the most part, gloriouser is not acceptable or correct in standard English. So we would say more glorious. Fantastic, right? So moving on to the adjective challenge now. I was hoping that there would be a few more people in the chat. However, so for now, me and Tom will kind of fill this in, and you guys can go through at your own time if you're rewatching this or whatever. So essentially, what I want to do is fill this in with adjectives, starting from A, ending in Z. So, for example, for A, we can say adept, which would be an adjective, which is another fancy way of saying skilled. So if you're good at doing something, so if you're good at reading or writing, you can say you are adept at doing that, okay? Um, let's see. Maybe Tom can give us an adjective for bad. Go on, Tom. Any adjective beginning with a B. There might be a slight delay with the chat, but anyway, I'll put on bad for now. So bad, another very popular adjective. We use that a lot. When you don't like something, you usually say it's bad. So I'm not going to elaborate too much on that one because it's quite easy. Next one, another adjective, a very popular adjective is calm. So calm, again, a lot of you may have already be aware of this, but one way to define calm would be when you're in a state of, I was going to say calmness, but I have to use a different word to illustrate the meaning a bit more. So let's say I've gone into a busy shop. There is a long queue. I'm waiting to get served. Now, it's a very stressful situation. Everyone is moving around, but I am remaining still. I'm not moving. I'm not moving around. I'm not copying what they're doing. I am staying calm. Okay? Brilliant. D, we'll go with dark. Oh, Tom is here. Okay. Tom. Oh, and Kamal. Hello, Kamal. Nice to meet you. So beautiful. Yeah, very good. Catastrophic. Fantastic adjectives there, guys. Boring's one too. Yeah, great. Right, moving on to E now. Do we have any adjectives beginning with an E, guys? Again, sorry guys if there's a delay with the chat. It's just maybe my laptop. Blame HP. Exciting, yeah. Exciting's one. I got down easy. Easy's one. Exciting's one. So those are both dangerous. Now, Kamal, dangerous is a very good adjective. You are correct. However, that's for D. So yeah, but you're right. Dangerous is great. So we've got exciting and fantastic. Let's see. So exciting, fantastic. Now we're on to G. Okay. So we need an adjective beginning with G. Any takers? Oh, see, you have some new learners. Hi, Ahmed. Nice to meet you today. So we're just going through adjectives right now. So, for example, we would like an adjective beginning with A, so we would write adept here. Now we would like one with G. So think of any word beginning with G, usually a describing word, something that describes a situation or someone. So great, yeah, great, that fits there. Um, on to H. H. Okay, I'm gonna put down happy. There are a lot more. You can put whatever you want down, obviously. Um, the more the merrier. Right, on to I. Right, this one's a bit more difficult, as it's not as common. Adjectives beginning with I, but there are many. So I'm gonna quickly put down important. So, for example, if you want to say someone's important, let's just say the NHS health workers are very important right now. So we're going through a very strange situation, difficult situation, and they are important. We need them. Okay? Right, on to J. Honest, hilarious. Um, an I adjective could be one which describes this lesson. Um, yeah, you could. Yes, yes, absolutely. Hilarious is a great one. Okay, on to J. So I've put down jolly, which one way to think about it is being happy. It's slightly different, but that's one way of thinking about it, being happy. It's a basic form. Um, K, adjectives beginning with K. This one's a bit more tricky, guys. Right, intelligent, interesting, yeah, excellent, absolutely right. The K is a bit harder, guys. I'm gonna let you have a few seconds with that one. So a describing word that begins with K. Okay, I'm gonna put down knowledgeable. That's the one I got down earlier. Again, it's a silent K at the top, so we don't pronounce the k. We don't say knowledgeable. We say knowledgeable. Jubbly. Nice. Yeah, I like that one. It's cute. Jubbly is a good word. Yeah, kind. Very good for K. Jubbly, kind, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, on to L, guys. So for L, I'll give you guys one. Light. Can you think of any more? So if we're explaining a room, this particular room is quite dark, but if I were to turn my lights on, it would be light. It would be a light room, okay? Okay, on to M. Mad. Lovely, yeah, that's good. Right, okay. N. We have, for N, I've put down naive, okay? And now this word, it's a very common word, but um, it's a bit difficult to understand, particularly if you don't use it a lot. So the word naive, this here, is often people use this word for young people. Not always, but often. So for example, if I am going to, let's say, an Italian airport for the first time. It's my first time going to an Italian airport. And I think to myself, oh, this is going to be no problem whatsoever. I've never been to Italy. I've never been to an Italian airport. This is completely fine. Now, I'm being a bit naive because I've never been there before, and I've already said to myself, there's no problem whatsoever. I haven't thought about learning the language, um, maybe doing some research, reading some books, maybe talking to some Italian people. So if I didn't do all that and I just went there with that attitude, that would be a naive attitude. Okay, right. Where are we now? Numerous, negative, nice. Yeah, all fantastic adjectives. On to O now, guys. Do you have anything for O? I've put down old, but there are many, many more. I hope. Kidding. There are more than that. Yeah, Tom makes a very good point there. Um, so if you want to use more of these words in your life, try to swap nice and good out. It's a very good point. Very good point. Okay, we're back to this now. So P, I've put polite. So if you're polite, like we associate that with being nice sometimes. So if you're nice to someone, you are usually polite as well. Okay. Q. Okay, what did I put down for this one again? Okay, let's see. Do we have anything in the chat log? Could you please write it down, please? The the adjective. Or okay. Yes, I will write it down. Indeed. So we have pretty for P. Okay, we're on Q now. And here's quick. So if you're quick, um, Usain Bolt. You know the Olympic runner, gold medalist, fastest man in the world. I don't know if he's still the fastest man in the world. I haven't followed it for a while, but last time I checked, he was. So he's quick. Okay, he's quick at doing things. He can run quickly. R, an adjective beginning with R. Okay, I've put down. What did I put down? I put down ready. So if you're ready for something, it means you're prepared. So, um, yeah, quiet. Radiant, very good one. Radiant's a very good one. Okay, brilliant. Another one is red. So the color red can be used as an adjective. It can be a noun too, but it can also be an adjective, but that's beside the point. So S, very easy one, guys. Sad. Um, so if someone is crying, we say he's a sad man. And sad is the adjective. Okay, T, truthful. Again, another way of just being honest. So truthful, honesty, very, very similar. For the H, instead of happy here, we could have used honest as well, but we went with happy because yay. Okay. For you, now this one's a bit more difficult, but if you use the suffix un, so if you start off with the letters U and N, that can serve as a clue for many, many adjectives. So for example, I'll start with un and then follow it with happy. So unhappy, that's the opposite of happy. Um, so not happy. So unhappy, not happy. Okay. Simple root. Okay, I'm just reading these answers, guys. Right, keep them coming. Root, simple, very good. Right, V. Again, this is another difficult one simply because there aren't a lot of adjectives with starting with V. So I've put down valuable. Okay. So let's see. Do you know what a treasure box is? So if you open a treasure box and there's gold inside it, if you find some gold, it's valuable because it has some, value in it. So it's useful, it's important. You can sell it for money. Now, value doesn't always mean money. Other things can be valuable too if they have meaning to you. So, for example, my friends are valuable to me, my family is valuable to me. It's something that is meaningful to you, okay? It's good for you, you're good for it. Let's see, did we have anything else for tall? Was an adjective for T. Yeah, Kamal, that's correct. That's good. Right, beginning with W, we have white. So just the color white. There are many more, but I'll leave that for now. Now, X was a hard one. I actually had to think about this myself when doing the answers earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about adjectives beginning with X, so I googled some, and I found xenophobic. Okay, another popular word you'll be hearing a lot, and you might be seeing in some newspaper articles or in the news or xenophobic, depending on your pronunciation. So when you see this word, it's essentially associated with people that don't like other people from different countries. That's one way of thinking about it. A lot of people use that word for someone like Hitler, that kind of guy. Not a nice word, but it's something we should know about and be aware of. Okay. Um, why? I'm okay, got ya. Right, why? So adjectives beginning with Y. Weak, wonderful, yeah. Violence, vulnerable, yeah. Those are all excellent adjectives, guys. Well done. Right. For Y, I've put down yawning. So if you're tired, you'll go yawning. Okay. Z. Now, I'm going to explain this word, the one beginning with Z, in the next slide because it is a bit difficult to understand if you haven't seen it before. So, zealous. The adjective, zealous. Now, I'm going to explain that in the next slide. Okay, so here are three words. So someone talked about hilarious earlier. I think it was either Ahmed or it may have been um, Kamal too. Anyway, so here are some pictures associated with three words. Zealous is probably the most um, problematic one, just because it's not very common. Okay, so when someone is very energetic and ready to move and active, we can use the word zealous to describe them, as you can see in the picture. Um, Hilarious, again, someone mentioned that earlier. Um, it describes a funny situation. So those guys are laughing clearly, having a good time by the looks of it. Um, Now, generous, very, a very, a nice word. It's nice on the ears. When you hear this word, you feel good. It makes you feel good. So this woman here is helping out this homeless man. So she is generous with her money. She is a generous lady. Right, well done, guys. We've made it this far, and you guys are still here. Okay, now this exercise is going to be a bit more difficult, but I'm sure you guys can do this. Tom and I are here to help if needed. So, which words can we attach so this here, which words can we attach that to? So we have a list of words here. So can we attach er to ruler? Um, So ruler, guys. Oh, I just kind of gave you the answer. Right. So I mean, we can add an e to it, and that would be ruler. So it goes from rule to ruler. So that's one way. But let's look at this word easy, right? So we can't say easy. Well, we can actually, but we'll need to change the spelling. So um, basically, certain words you need to change the spelling completely to attach the er onto, right? But then you'll have words like right, where you can just add an R, and voila, we have our word writer. Okay, easier, easy. Yeah, very good, guys. Right, fight. Can we say fight? Let's try it out. Yes, we can. So we went from a verb, fight, to a noun, fighter. So have you watched the film Rocky? You know the boxers, we can call them fighters. Okay, we have the word aware. Can we say aware? Uh, yes or no, guys? Can we say aware? Keep the answers coming, guys. Well done. No, we can't say that, but we can say more aware. But we can't say awarer. Go on to tester. Can we say tester? Yes, we can. So if you test something, like let's say um I bought a new phone. Let's say this is not a new phone, but if it was, I bought a new phone and I am testing the camera. I am trying it out. So that's test, the verb. But if we were to say test, that would be describing me. So I am the tester, and the test is the action. Okay. Apologize. Can we say apologize? Right. Let's have a look at these answers. Fighter, tester. Yeah, really good, guys. We have some new learners that will seem Gabrielle. Nice to meet you, Gabrielle. Is it pronounced Dimitri? Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm Mohi. Nice to meet you guys. Um, okay, let's try out first as well. Can we say first? No, we cannot. Kind-hearted, kind-hearted. Can we say that? No, we cannot. We can, however, say more kind-hearted as a phrase. If you wanted to say someone was, kind-hearted, but you wanted to really emphasize that, you wanted to make them seem more kind-hearted, so very kind-hearted, you use that phrase. Responsible, can we say that? Nope, we can't. Run, can we say runner? Yes, we can, but we will have to change the spelling slightly, but we can say run. That is perfectly possible. Right, we've gone through all these exercises now. Back onto some reading, guys. So we have three paragraphs here from chapter 1, titled Down the Rabbit Hole. What I want you to guys to do is read all three paragraphs and just read it out aloud to the best of your ability. No problem if you can't read it all, just read as much as you can. I'll give you a few minutes, I'll come back, and then I'll read it aloud with you guys. So, starting from here, Alice was. Okay, I'm going to quickly read the first paragraph now. So, Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank, and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversation? So she has a good point, right? You see this PowerPoint slide here? This slide here has no pictures. It looks a bit more boring compared to the previous ones. So, next paragraph. So she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her very sleepy and stupid, right? The hot day made her very sleepy and stupid. Whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. It's very. Can I make the font larger? Right, guys. I will try to make the font larger. If you just give me one moment, please. Let's see. 24. Okay. How's that? Is that any better? Right, so this is the final paragraph. Oops, sorry, I jumped a gun there. Final paragraph here, guys. So starting from here, there was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so. Very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall be late. When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waist pocket and looked at it, and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it, and burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. Okay, I'll try increasing the font size on the next slide as well, guys, so it's a bit bigger. Okay, so let's make this slightly bigger. Okay, right. Hopefully that's easier to read, guys. So I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. No problem if you don't remember them, but we'll go back and forth between the slides. So if you forget, fine. So first question: how many times did Alice read peep into her sister's book? So the question is, first question, guys, only. How many times did Alice peep into her sister's book? So let's go back to the first slide, and if you look into the first two paragraphs, you'll know. So if you read this, you'll be able to answer that question. How many times did Alice peep into her sister's book? Peep just means look, just so you're just looking into something, right? So for illustration, peep equal look. So again, the question says, how many times did Alice peep into her sister's book? So if we read this again, particularly this part here, Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice, she had peeped into the book her sister was reading. Yeah, once or twice. Well done, Dimitri. Exactly. That's absolutely right. Next question. What made Alice feel sleepy and stupid? So, what made her feel sleepy and stupid? Now, to get the information for this, I would like you to read the second paragraph again. The first sentence. Just read that first sentence. So she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid. So again, the question is, what made Alice feel sleepy and stupid? Back to the slide. So if you just read from here, guys. The heat, yeah, Ahmed, that is correct. So as she says here, fantastic. Right, third question. Just two more questions to go, guys. These are very close. What color eyes did the white rabbit have? So if you read the second paragraph again, here, what color are the white rabbit's eyes? Yes, yes, Dimitri, they are pink. Well done. Absolutely great. So, as you can see in this picture as well, they are pink. Although his pupils look red, don't they? In this picture anyway, but in the text, they're pink. That's all we need to know. Well done. Now, what it did, okay, this question doesn't make sense, but so ignore the it. So, what did the rabbit take out of its waistcoat pocket? What did it take out? So he has something in his hand here. What is this? Now, if we want to know what that is, we're going to go back to the slide, scroll down. Now, we have to read this long paragraph here, and we will have our answer to know what he took out of his pocket. So what we want to know, guys, is what the rabbit took out of his waistcoat pocket. He took something out, and he's holding it in his hand. What is it? look at this part in particular. Yeah, brilliant. Well done. You took out a watch. Right, guys, that's most the exercises done for today. However, I would like to end on the verb challenge. So very, very similar to what we did before. You know how we had an A to Z list of adjectives and we would try to guess what they were or come up with new adjectives. We're going to do that with verbs, so action words, doing words. Um, Ignore the X for now. We'll come to that soon. We're going to start with A. So I would like a verb starting with A. So just think of any word beginning with A, and hopefully it's a verb. Remember, action word, doing words. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to put down act, verb. Um, so when someone is acting, they are playing usually a character. So for example, if you watch some movies or films, something like the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, Captain Jack Sparrow. So that's Johnny Depp. He's just acting. It's not really him. So it's an act. Um, so he has decided to act. So that's one verb. Action. Um, action. Okay, we are looking for action words, yes. But we're not looking for. So very close. Act. If you just say act, that's fine. Yep. So B. Um, so I've put down build. So you know when you see builders outside working on the roof, if they're making something, Bob the Builder, you know the cartoon. Maybe you have family or children who watch that, but you're making something. You build. That's one verb. C, a very popular one, catch. So when you catch something in your hands, you know when you're playing cricket and the guy who's not on base catches and gets the other guy out. So catch. That is noun. Okay. D. Can we think of a verb that begins with D? Burn. Burn. Yeah, burn's a very good verb for B. Do we have anything for D, guys? So I've put down drive. So driving a car. Vroom, 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 vroom. Brake. Burn. Yeah, good job, guys. On to E. For E, I've put down encourage. Now, encourage is a bit more difficult than the other ones to grasp or understand. But so what Tom's doing in the chat, he is encouraging you guys to answer more. So that can be through positive feedback, motivating you, telling you to do more. If he says, please do this, he's encouraging you to do it. So encourage. F. We will use forge for F. Now, this word is not very common, but think of it as make. So when you make something, right? Forge is kind of the same thing, except you're only using it for tools. So like when people are making weapons, they are forging the weapons, you know, like swords and axes, they're forging weapons. So it's like it's making stuff, but for weapons in particular most of the time. G. What verb do we have beginning with a G? I've just put go. So if you're going somewhere, you go. Just going from point A to point B. Let's check these answers. Delete. Oh, delete's a really good one for D. Yeah, well done. Okay, H. For H, I've put down. What did I put down again? Oh, yeah, I put handcuff. So when a police arrests someone, they usually put a handcuff around them. Now, that can be used as a noun as well, handcuff, but in this case, we can use it as a verb. So when you're handcuffing someone. So you can use it as, so some words are a bit confusing. They can be used as a noun or a verb depending on the sentence. But in this case, we're going to use it as a verb. So I decided to handcuff him. Okay? So I. So for I've put down identify. So identify. So if I've gone into a room, I see four people, and someone tells me to identify, um, let's just say, identify the politician. Okay, I have to say which one the politician is. So I have to choose, I have to point out which one is the right person. I have to identify who it is. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing some great answers, guys. Hit. Yeah, Tom makes an excellent point. So there are a lot of verbs that can be both nouns and verbs. Garden is another one. Okay. J. What do we have for J? Okay, so for J, I've put down jam. Now, again, this is a word that can be used as a noun, as a verb as well. So if you're thinking of the noun, you know the jam in a jar that you use on your bread, your toast, jam and butter. So that's the noun version. And then you have the jam where if you're closing a door and enclosing the space, you're jamming it, you're tightening the area. So jam. And there's another way as well, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Those two are the only ones you need to know for now. K. What do we have for K? I've put down kick. So you know footballers, they kick the ball. L. You could also say joke. Yeah, joke, jump. Great words. For L, we have listen. So what you guys are doing now, you are listening. Okay. I mean, you are reading as well, but you are also listening. Listening also implies you are paying attention, okay? It's a bit different from hearing because if you're hearing, you are hearing the noises, okay? But you are not paying attention. Listening implies you are paying attention. So that's the key difference we are looking at here. M, make. So you're making something. So yesterday I made a, what did I make yesterday? I'm trying to remember. I had dinner, right? So for dinner I made um a chicken chili. Yeah, chicken chili. That's what I made. I made it. So make. And nod. So you people usually say it, um, or people usually nod to signify yes. So I'm nodding. Okay. Oh, observe. So observe. It's a way of saying you're looking at a situation. So let's say someone came into this YouTube chat, and they are looking at the chat. They're not commenting, they're just looking at it. They are observing it. They are looking at the situation and taking in the information, okay? Observe. This word here. Knock. Yeah, knock is a very good verb. P. Participate. Again, guys, this one's a very popular verb. Participate. So everyone that attended this or is attending this class today, you are participating. You are within our circle, you are in this session, you are contributing, you are answering questions, you are listening, you are participating, okay? Q. Verbs beginning with a Q are slightly more difficult because, again, they're uncommon. Can you think of any? I'm going to put down quit. So if let's say I'm working in Primark, that's my job, for example, and I decided that I no longer want to work there, I would quit my job, okay? Quit. Verbs beginning with R. I've put down record, okay? So if I'm using my camera and I'm deciding to record my laptop with the video function, I'm recording it, okay? S. See, when you're seeing something with your eyes, right? Looking, you see. So that's another verb. I'll go through these quickly, guys, now. T, talk, exactly what I'm doing now. Imagine how difficult this would be to present without me talking. Talk. You, understand. So kind of what you guys are doing now, right? You are making a great effort to understand what I'm saying to you guys. It's definitely not easy. It's a lot of information, but you are understanding what I'm saying. So, V. Okay. For V, I've put down vaccinate. A bit more difficult than the other one. So, um, if you think of a vaccine that is used to, you know, um, treat diseases and whatnot. Currently, we are looking for a vaccine to cure coronavirus. But if you get vaccinated, that's being applied to you. So the vaccine is being applied to you. You're being vaccinated, okay? W, I've put down wait. So if I'm waiting for someone, so let's say I went on a date. I'm, let's say, waiting outside the cinema, and I text the person I'm meeting saying, "Okay, I'm here now," and then she's like, "Okay, I'll be 10 minutes." So I'm gonna wait 10 minutes for her until she gets there. Now for X, again, this is one of those words that can be a verb and a noun. You will probably never ever see this word. Very, very rare to see it. Gyroscape. So it's explained here to cultivate an area as a xeriscape. It's associated with gardening and landscaping, but don't worry about that one at all. It's not that important. Big ones beginning with Y. Um, yawn. Remember, for adjective, I said yawning because I'm describing me, but yawn is just the verb. So yawn. Finally, guys, Z. We have zigzag. Zigzag. So one way to describe zigzag is if you're going in you're going in a straight line, but you are deviating away from that. So you are no longer going in a straight line. You're going right, then left, then right, then left. You are being very, very zigzag-like. You keep changing your direction in a way, and it's not linear. It's not straight. It's right, left. You're zigzagging around. Okay. I just realized I look like a fish. Right, and that's everything today, guys. Thank you very much for coming. Um, hopefully see you guys next week. Thanks Tom, thanks Ahmed, thanks everyone. Gabrielle, who else did we have today? Uh, let's scroll up. Dimitri, Kamal, Thomas, obviously. Had a lot of learners today. Well done, guys. See you next week. Bye.